Hello beautiful souls and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I am going to give you details about your personal month reading. And so if you don't know how to calculate your personal month, I'll put a link in the description on how to calculate it. It's very simple. And so I made a dry erase board visual of how to track it. Instead of you just like looking at 1 month reading. And so I'm going to use like personal years and years 1 and 2. And here's months January to December. And so before I give you the readings, you can like track down what the whole year is going to be like for you. So for example, if you're in a 1 year, then the easiest thing to do is to add +1 to every single month moving forward, because in numerology everything naturally is naturally like mathematical, so it's going to be 1 through 9. And with numerology you gotta simplify everything. It can't be like after the number 9, it can't be 10, 11, 12, 13. You gotta simplify all of those to a single digit when it comes to forecasting. And so that means in January, if you're in a number 1 year, that's you take +1, because January is the first month and that's a number 2 personal month. And it goes in order 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to like September, like August being number 9, and then September it starts all over again, like 1, 2, 3, 4 if you're in a personal 1 year. And for example, let's say so if you want to know May is the 5th month. So if you're in a personal year 1, May is the 5th month, so that's year 1 plus month 5, and that equals 6. And there it is. But I just gave you like a simple visual on how to look at the future or the past. And here's just one more example. Personal year 2, here you just add +1 because January is the first month, or you can add +2 because February is the 2nd month, or you can just add +1 till all the way to December. So if you're in a personal year 2, then January is 3, February is 4, March is 5, and then so on. And you can see here if you're let's go back to year 1, you just know that you'll have 2 personal month 2s in January, because January's 2, and then there's October is 2, so you're gonna have 2 like emotional sensitive months. Yeah, so now let's moving forward to the readings. So if you got personal month 1, just know that you're starting a new phase in life. 1 is all about me, my identity, where am I going, independence, individuality. And so in the 1 month, just know that it's a good thing to start something new, to go to new places. People tend to have more energy, more vitality, to start some creative projects, to explore as well, to meet new people, make new contacts. You're basically planting a seed for the future. And so with 1 energy, it's also very creative, because like that's the beginning, that's the first digit, like they got to be creative. So you can be creative with like anything that involves your personal appearance, any like starting a new job, meeting a new friend, or starting a new habit. It's a very self-motivated month, because 1 energy is self-motivated. It's also related to personal development as well. So if you have an interest on understanding who you are, or to develop a new skill, that's a really good month to do that. 1 is also, I mentioned earlier, that it's a very independent number. And so it's okay if you want to, like, let's say, go do a project and you have more motivation or you have different ideas, then just move forward with that. That's not a month to wait on other people. Like, you can, but you're probably going to be a little more impatient and you're just going to want to do what you want. So it is a month to be selfish, or just very self-motivated, um, cultivate your own skills as well. And usually what you start in a 1 month, it'll last for the next 9 months. And so that is your one energy. Also, like, just be careful on, like, since one energy, you have so much energy, you're also gonna want to, like, express yourself so much or feel like consuming a lot. You just got to find a way to release all that energy, because usually people who struggle with like addictions or addictive personalities, they're likely to like go hard on that. So you got to find healthy ways to release that energy. It's like a river that's like surging. You got to express it, release it somehow. um, Now moving on to your number 2 personal month reading. So if you got 2, that is the month of slowing down. So 1, what is a masculine energy, type of like pushing, being very ambitious, very driven. And then 2 is the opposite. It is a feminine energy where you gotta sit back, receive, be receptive. You work with other people because 2 represents 2 heads are better than 1. So that means whatever you do, just really enjoy having support from other people, as well as supporting others. It's time to develop your friendships, relationships, the sisters in your life, like females in your life, and your mother as well, is to better your relationship with the females. It's also a spiritual month, and I find that a lot of people become interested in therapy, in healing, because it is a month of slowing down, listening to your body more. Also, a good month to detox, because 2 is like slowing down, you're listening to your body, listening to other people. If you find anything that's wrong, you just go to it. And it's also a very slow month too, and it allows you to look at over details, look over contracts, because I mean, if you're working with a business contract and somebody's like taking advantage of you, if you slow down, you're going to be able to see the details. And you're also going to learn who you can trust in a 2-month as well. Just really listen to your intuition, because 2, the feminine power, is intuition. So really listen to that. You're going to find yourself more sensitive in a 2-month. Like, I had a friend who he said he was crying every day. And that's an extreme example, but you do feel like more connected to your emotions. You can also get inspired, because it's a spiritual month. Go get inspired through art, through therapy, going to a museum, watching a movie. I mean, I watch emotional movies in my 2-month, not intentionally, but I end up really crying and it releasing, and it's very healing. So that is your 2 personal month reading. Remember to slow down, and you gotta have patience as well. I'm in my number 2 year. A lot of things have tested my patience, and so patience is going to be a virtue for you when you're in your 2 energy. Okay, and then now moving on to the number 3 reading for your personal month. So if you're in your 3 month, that is the month of creativity. So the 1 month was masculine. It represents the father energy. When you come into your 2 month, that is the feminine motherly energy. And then when you add 1 plus 2 together, it creates a third, which is number 3. That's the child. So that is your month to be childlike. That involves communication, creativity, self-expression, travel, fun, joy, groups, social activities. And so 3-month and 3-year tends to be one of my favorites of all time, because things are way more light emotionally, like more, it's lighter than the number 2 energy. So with the 3, really just have fun, have the child inside come out, be more playful, take all the social invites. You're going to have a lot of energy. You're going to have more curiosity to connect with other people. And so with 3, I tend to spend more money on my appearance. Like, you can get your hair done, buy new clothes, buy new shoes. If you're having a business, I see a lot of people like designing their logos when it comes to their 3 month. And with the 3 as well, go have fun traveling. It's really fun to have short trips, local trips in your number 3 month. There's also the theme of self-expression, because the shadow side, it's another way to say like negative, but I don't like saying negative. The shadow side of a 3 is not expressing yourself, holding everything in, not allowing yourself to feel your emotions. So it is a month to practice being authentic with how you feel and expressing it. Like you are gonna want to talk more, express your honest feelings more. And so really practice with that. Anybody I find who's in their 3 month, they're all like, oh yeah, I'm just like, everybody's calling me. I'm getting invited to all these parties. And they care more about their appearance as well, because 3 is all about being on stage, like enjoying being on stage in some way where you're connecting with other people. More people are willing to listen to you speak. You can also get into creative activities like singing, dancing, designing something, just really having fun with the 3 energy. It is the month to bloom, to blossom, and it's a very like sunny type of month. But also, if you're really dealing with something emotionally, you could also have depression as well. The way to do that, communicate. You can go through therapy, you can have fun and go outside of yourself in a 3 month. It's really supposed to be very light. I would say one like negative or another shadow side is drama, like having drama from groups. So just remember to like stay away from that and remember to keep the peace. Okay, so just enjoy your 3 personal month. Now moving on to the 4 personal month. So the 3, it was very fun, playful, social. If you said you're gonna do something, you might likely not do it in a 3 month, because it's like, oh, I just want to have fun. I don't want all that responsibility yet. Now the 4 month comes in, and if you say you're gonna do something, you better do it or you'll get called out. Because 4, which is kind of opposite of 3, that's the time to get serious. Meaning you're thinking about your future. You're thinking about building it, the foundation of your future. And with the 4, like think about the square, 4 sides, 4 corners. You're building security, and square is like pretty stable. You're building stability for your future, and that involves strengthening your mind, like learning, getting education. People take classes as well. People who are in their 4th year, they go to college, they take classes, or they take a course to learn something new. So they're strengthening their mind. Also, it is a month to strengthen your emotions as well, because 4 is all about facts, about logic, facing reality, being on the ground. It's very practical type of month. So besides strengthening your mind and your emotions, also strengthening your body. It's pretty common as well for people to have more energy to do some groundwork. So that could be gardening, that could be hiring a physical trainer, or just like exercising more. So what you're really doing is you're building so much that you can trust on for the future. With work related in a number 4 month, you're looking more at details, you're signing contracts, you're reading everything to make sure that everything is factual, truthful, fair. It's a month to be fair as well. People do tend to be ambitious in a 4 energy. They'll get a new job as well, and so that ambition, like if it's really high, you're gonna be facing that with reality. For example, you're gonna be faced with, like, since you're in a box, you're gonna be faced with using available resources to you. So that means like you might not be successful with wanting a loan that's $100,000, but using what you have available. You might find that you might like not have enough money or enough time or enough energy to do this one project, so work with what you have. And it's a very hardworking month as well. And besides work, you're looking around in your environment. And so that means if anything is broken, you're going to go repair it. I do find some of my technology, it gets outdated or it gets old or all the data is used up and I have to go to the store to get something fixed. Also looking at your office as well, like what do you need to move around to like reorganize some things. But yeah, it's a really good month to be managing, like being a manager of your life, keeping lists, keeping track of things, following routine, following structure is going to be very helpful to you. That's not a month to take risk at all. You got to follow what's tried and true, be very traditional, follow all the rules, all the laws. If you're wanting to learn something new, learn from a teacher, learn from a mentor. Because that is a month where you can be very reliable and very responsible with what you do. Okay, so that is your 4-month. Now moving on to the 5-month. So if you're in a personal month 5, that's the opposite of 4. So 4 is about being very responsible, reliable, hardworking, getting everything done. Now, number 5, you're tired of that routine. You want to cut those old routines off, cut those old habits, and now you're making a change in your life. 5 is right in the middle of 1 through 9. So that's when you're gonna course correct or maybe find a new path. People tend to move, make travel plans or also travel. You're gonna be everywhere in the 5-month. That is when you step out of the box from the 4-month. And so with 5, I find that, yeah, I'm everywhere. Like I'm in new places. You have more energy to enjoy life. Like think about your 5 senses in a 5-month, like seeing beautiful visuals, like watching beautiful movies, tasting good food. It's a month to indulge in like having like buying new perfume. So it's all about 5 senses. And also in a 5, you're likely to face some type of drama or conflict. That's what the 5 is about. It's meant to be creating like some type of conflict so you can break free from it. It is the month of freedom, breaking free from, let's say, a toxic friend or a toxic workplace, a routine that you're very bored with that no longer serves you. It's a very unpredictable month as well. It's gonna move fast like a race car, and so just really enjoy how fast it goes. Also in a 5-month, I find that it's a very sensual month because, like I said, the 5 physical senses. I find that people are more flirty around you. You're dressing more like beautiful as well. People can think that when you're talking to them, you're being flirtatious. 5 is a very indulgent type of month, so really enjoy that. Just really be careful to like not to overdo things, because again, 5, that is a month to also create discipline as well and develop self-control. Even though 5 is all about freedom, you really like freedom's about like enjoying like where you just have like, oh, that's good, that's enough, instead of like overkill. So if you have any type of addictions, like be very careful with that. Yeah, your mind is gonna want to like, you're gonna be more curious to expand. So that's why it's a lot of people travel around the 5-month. It's like very sporadic. People tend to be restless. So just like really enjoying being in other places, finding new ideas, meeting new people, going on new adventures, finding what freedom feels to you. Don't be afraid of change. I know some people are, but change is good. Change is very good in a 5-month. Okay. And just remember to also, like, when you walk out the door, remember you have your money, your keys, your wallet. Because I know I like things drop out of my pocket in my 5-month because I'm rushing so fast and I'm doing multitasking. So just be very careful. Like, just instead of just looking at the big picture, remember the small details and to slow down sometime. Okay. So that is your 5-month. Moving on to the 6th personal month. That's the opposite of 5. And so with 5, you're more self-indulgent, learning to like self-control or just like having more, like enjoying more pleasures in life. Then number 6, you're more responsible. You're just going to find that more naturally. When I entered my 6th month, I'm currently in my 6th month right now. I was asked to babysit more, to be supportive of my friends more, It's the month of all about your relationships, your friendships, your love life, your family, children, all about home and what makes you comfortable at home. And so you're going to find that your relationships and friendships are going to strengthen and grow, or you'll find some friends who you feel like you've outgrown and you're like, all right, I'm just going to do the right thing. I have nothing else to learn from this person, so I'm just going to let them go because I don't see them benefiting me like at all in the future. And so 6 is all about truth, justice, and fairness and doing the right thing. When I think about 6, I also think about being a motherly or fatherly. So you're going to find yourself more wanting to nurture other people more, or people just asking you to do things for them. It is a month of obligation, responsibility, and duty. So just like feeling needed, like feeling good to be needed and doing things per people. It's the month of service. 6 is service for other people. Just remember not to do so much, because if you are responsible for everybody or you're helping everybody out, you're gonna burn yourself out in a 6 month. So just remember, have some time for yourself. Because I do find myself like running around and like being there for other people, like my friend getting a tattoo and I'm just coming to the shop to hold her hands and then coming back home to do errands. So I was like everywhere back and forth supporting a lot of people. So you got to find the balance with that. Balance is a very important number in a 6. It's also a harmonious month as well. It doesn't mean it's without drama or conflict, but if you find that there's any type of like family or group drama, you're gonna shut it down. You're gonna put your foot down in a 6 month, because it's all about doing the right thing. And so yeah, you're gonna find this month a lot more stable than the 5 month. And just remember, it's all about friendships, relationships, family, love, romance. But if you do find that in a 6 month, like, you know, even though it's a good month for your love life, if you find that your partner is not treating you that well, it's time to let them go. So in a 6 year, I find that people marry or they divorce. So it's like either way. And even with jobs and work too, like if you find that this job is not working out for you anymore, it's time to divorce that job and find a new one. 6 is also related to home business as well, because you're more comfortable at home. Okay, so now moving on to the 7 personal month. So 7 is opposite of 6, because 6, you were pulled everywhere. People needed you everywhere, and you put in your needs back. And you could be overwhelmed with responsibility. Moving on to 7 month, that is all about you. That is the month of rest. I find that people tend to be more tired. Even me, I need more sleep in my 7 month. And when the 7th month comes, you gotta be strong with yourself inside, like having faith, because a lot of weird things are gonna happen in a 7 month that's gonna force you to go inward and reflect and question things. It is the month of privacy, of solitude, of natural beauty, meaning like going out into nature and just enjoying its beauty. It's a month of studying as well. You're gonna have more time to do what you haven't had time to do before. Just remember, you're not gonna have that much energy to hang out with other people, to socialize. That is the month where you just close the curtains and you're like, leave me alone. Like, I mean, I'm like sick or I'm tired. I don't have enough energy. I have this issue going on, so I don't have time to go out and be with a lot of people. You really don't have that much energy. So you need to conserve your energy and your money as well. This is what's best for that month is to study, if you're interested in some like spiritual things, because it is a spiritual month of spiritual growth. You can get into philosophy, into religion, going on your own journey to find more about who you are. So it's a month about self-discovery. So with a 7 as well, it's quite opposite of the material physical world. And so I'd advise you not to push. Don't hustle. Don't push for things to happen. Don't force for things to happen. You really have to sit back in a 7th month. If you really try to be a leader, or being a very hard worker in a 7th month, you're going to find that things don't go your way. I know you're like, oh my god, that doesn't sound like a good month, but really, this is the month to really enjoy your peace and quiet and have time to yourself and just enjoy it. Go on long distance trips. Um, for me, in my 7 year, I studied numerology so much more to the depth, back all the way back to its history, that I feel more of an expert. I feel more confident in the information that I'm giving you when it comes to numerology. And so it is a month of wisdom, of intelligence, of being a hermit. It's okay to be a hermit in a 7 month. You are going to have so many big questions about, like, for example, like, who is God? Who am I? Who are my friends? Like, why is this happening? And I know that can make you crazy. So you just reach out to one person and express yourself. But also be careful of feeling like too alone. So really reach out when you really need to. And also, a lot of strange things are going to happen, like synchronistic or deja vu or dreams that come true, really unexplainable things, because 7 is the most mysterious number in numerology. Just have faith, like, no matter what's going on, just have faith that everything is going to be okay. Physical wise, this is the month to detox, to get rid of old habits. You're gonna clean out flies out of your closet, like internally and even literally as well, like cleaning up your place. It's gonna feel so good if you clean up your room, clean up the kitchen, clean up the house. Just making everything simple, so that simplify everything in your 7 month. Okay, now moving on to the 8 month. So 8 personal year, that is opposite of 7. So 7 was internal, 8 is external, into the material physical world. So now that's what you're focused on. And that is with your career, your income, your appearance, your status, accomplishments, goals. You're going to feel more like hustling. You'll also find more opportunities when it comes to your money. So yeah, it is a month where this is time to reap what you sowed. It is a karmic month, because if you like the 8 symbol, what you put out is going to come back to you, like, in the center. And so after you went through the 7 month of clearing out, knowing more who you are, now you're going to balance the physical world. And that's going to be about feeling like you're enough or you have enough. And so it's very much related to, like, outside accomplishments and what's going on the outside. With the 8, so besides having more opportunities for money and recognition and status, you might find yourself having to pay more expenses. For, like, it's a really good month to take financial risk, to invest, to make big purchases. They really do tend to go your way. 8 is a number of justice. If you look at tarot, that's the judge. It's a card of justice and karma and reaping what you sow. So remember, when you come to your 8 month, you're gonna get what you deserve. Like, it doesn't matter if you can say it's good or bad. Like, there's always a cause and effect, and you're gonna feel it physically or see it physically in an 8 month. Also, if you want something done or you want something to manifest, it's way easier. It's way easier for things to come physically to you in an 8 month. Like, you can be a leader, you can be, like, directing other people, guiding other people, influencing the community or influencing your close circle of friends, or at your workplace. You'll find yourself being recognized more, being more appreciated. Just be careful not to work too hard. I know that when I'm in my 8 month, I tend to, like, pick up more shifts, or I just basically work harder or work longer, but because you have the energy for it. You also might feel like you have more vitality, like physically you want to work out more, or also more vitality for, like, your partner. And so yeah, with the 8 month, you're really learning how to balance the spiritual and physical world together, and learning how to influence people, how to use your power in a good way. On the topic of power, if you have power struggles, that is a month to, like, speak up if you're struggling with something, or, like, demand respect in an 8 month. Because I'm an 8 life path, and I've had issues with that, like, since I was a kid, like, demanding respect and, like, getting in touch with your inner power, speaking up for yourself. And so that's a month to be empowered, to be recognized, to get things going your way. Health wise, some things are going to manifest. So, but I find that there's more positive things going on, because cause and effect. Like if, for example, you've been working out for like the past 3 months and you finally see like, oh gosh, my muscles grew. So you're seeing the physical manifestation of what you created in the past. But on the other side, if you've been like drinking so much or smoking so much cigarettes, that's when you're starting to see health issues. So yeah, just be very careful in 8 month. Just enjoy it. It's one of my favorite energies. Number 3 and number 8. Okay, so that is your number 8 month. Moving on to the last one, but not least, the 9 personal month. So if you're in your 9 month, that is the last chapter of your 9 month phase. With the 9, it's all about celebration, graduation, retirement, endings, forgiving, compassion, guiding other people, and just wanting peace. So with the 9, it tends to be a month where you want to celebrate, go out and dine with your friends, or go travel, go to a new foreign place. Also dealing with like high and low emotions, because you're going to have endings. Just a recent example, one of my friends, she was talking about how one of her best friends for a long time, like they just like outgrew each other, and something was said that was confrontational and one friend's upset, and now they're just reevaluating their friendship and just knowing that, well, that time in my life, like now it doesn't serve me anymore. So I don't think I would call you my best friend anymore. So it could be like just like a sad month. But you're basically, just remember, you're graduating from that phase. It served you then, but it doesn't serve you now. People also literally graduate in a 9 month or a 9 year, as well as retirement as well. This is the month where you've had so much experiences and now you're just reevaluating the past, present, and future. A lot of people like clean out their closet, like donate, doing more charity work in a 9 month as well, because 9 is all about, okay, it's like I'm at the end of a phase, or like the end of my life. Now what can I do for other people? So it's a very charitable month, and you feel like you just want to help other people. It's also a month to guide others as well and be a leader of your life, as well as guiding other people. In my, well, I'll give an example for my 9 year. It was a very it was an emotional roller coaster. I did have a lot of like celebrations, like going out, eating out to new restaurants. But I also had like dramatic endings that taught me so much. Like dramatic endings that hurt, but it gave me so much wisdom, and like I could become a guiding light to other people. Just remember, 9's all about like higher education. You could be seeking out higher education. It's like a Sagittarius, represented by Jupiter. I'm a Sagittarius too. It's a very wise type of number where you share it. Besides higher education and wisdom, in a 9 month, it's also the month of travel, as well, like contacting like people from other states, from other countries, like just connecting with them, having foreign like connections and friendships. And so yeah, that's 9, just like keeping the peace. You're at the very end. And 9 is also about like forgiving other people from the past as well, like forgiving like a parent that you feel like has hurt you. It's time to let go, because all that weight, when you're at the very end, you have so much weight, and now you just gotta release it, because you have new beginnings the following month. So just know it's very healthy to let go, just desiring peace, working on what you want to let go of, so you can forgive, besides forgiving other people, forgiving yourself as well, and to like help you go through what you're going through in your 9 month. If it's that crazy, look to spirituality, look to religion, look to universal truths. Like I said, it's a month that's like philosophical, like you're looking at that to deal with life. And also you're gonna have morals and ethics testing you in a 9 month as well, because 9 is all about ethics and morals, just like Jupiter and like Sagittarius. So yeah, that is your reading. Personal month readings 1 through 9. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions or need help calculating, put it in the comments below. Also check out the other links in the comments as well. So hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you next time. Bye.